Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be starting our second part of our 3-episode series of the Mirror Cup. And what comes after Boulder? Twilight. That's right, Twilight. That is going to be the second cup from the Silph Arena. But before all that, make sure to smash that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to stay up to date on all PvP and Silph Arena content. Now onto the video. The Twilight Cup will consist of Dark, Fairy, Poison, and Ghost types. The thing that's interesting about the Twilight Cup is that that was the first cup that Azumarill was introduced. And we all know Azumarill is the god of PvP. Anytime you have the chance to be able to use Azumarill, you most definitely will be using it. Twilight was also the time where the stat buff moves were introduced. If you don't remember, that is when Silver Wind, Ominous Wind, and Ancient Power all got their stat buffs. I remember this because before my Twilight tournament, it was like a couple days before, and that's when they introduced it, and it was just like, oh my god, what happens? What do we do now? Okay, we gotta change the moves, and it just kept changing everything in the way I literally changed my team like 3 times from like 2 days before the tournament to the day of my tournament. These moves came clutch because of the fact that Venomoth had access to Confusion, was the Toxicroak counter, and of course it also had access to now Silverwind, and then of course Golbat having Legacy, Ominous Wind, just completely changed the way you would even use Golbat. But yes, we have our stat buffs moves, but now there is a little bit of a twist. We also now have a debuff move. We will also have Acid Spray, and Acid Spray is going to be the main change to the Twilight Cup. Pokemon like Tentacruel, Muck, Quillfish, even more relevancy. Also with Acid Spray, it's going to give such a huge potential for those hard-hitting fast moves like Razor Leaf, Confusion, or even Charm. Yes, I said it, Charm. Togekiss is going to be in this cup, and he is going to be wrecking the entire meta. He will win against Venomoth, Venusaur, Golbat, and that's not even the best part. He also will ruin the god of Twilight Cup. He will completely and utterly destroy Toxicroak. Yes, Togekiss destroys the meta, so make sure you guys get your hands on it. Togetic was spawning at GoFest, so make sure you guys get those trades in, so that way you guys are able to get a Togekiss under 1500. If you have a Togepi that is hatched from an egg, unfortunately it is too high leveled. You will not be able to bring it under 1500, so you will have to trade for a wild caught Togetic. Charm is going to be OP in the Twilight Cup, but just in case it is too last minute and you cannot get your hands on a Togekiss, make sure to try to get a Gardevoir or even a Granbull. But again, Togekiss I find is going to be the best Charm user. Just remember to be careful against those poison types. Overall, the Twilight Cup won't change drastically, but there will be change due to Acid Spray and Charm. I built the Twilight team, so let's see how we do. Now onto some battles. We're going to be going into round 1, starting off with our Venomoth, and he's going to be coming in with his Golbat. This is not a good matchup for us, so we're like, okay, yeah, we got to get out of here. But again, we're still doing some decent damage with our Confusion. So now we're going to just get some energy, and we're like, hey, you know what, Silver Wind, we don't care what it is. We're going to be going in with that Silver Wind and be able to do as much damage as we can. We're like, okay, we get it. We get the excellent on that Silver Wind, and he doesn't shield, so he's put a whole lot of damage into that Spiritomb. So now we're going to be hitting with Confusion, and then we're like, should we shield? Should we shield? Will we shield? No, we will not shield, and we're going to just take that Ominous Wind because we know that we have our Togekiss. Now Togekiss is going to go to work now on that Spiritomb, but here we're getting a little bit of lag, and we're like, that's fine because Charm is just going to go in on that Spiritomb and basically take him out in 2 fast moves. So now he's going to be coming back in with his Golbat, and we know that he's going to have a Poison Fang. So we're like, okay, you know what? We're going to shield here because we don't know exactly how much damage it does, and we're not willing to risk that right now. So we're gonna hit him with Charm and just kind of lower him down as much as we can. And we're like, what? We're still going to shield because we cannot let our Togekiss get one-shotted. But I find out later that it doesn't one-shot you. It does decent damage, but not enough to one-shot you. So now we're gonna just try to get a little bit more energy, and we're gonna be going in with the Aerial Ace. Aerial Ace should be able to take out this Golbat or force a shield. And that is exactly what we do. We force the shield, and we tried switching out of this. We didn't get the Poison Fang, but it didn't work out as planned. And we're like, that's fine, no problem. Now we're gonna take this Poison Fang, and we're like, okay, decent damage, but we're still alive. We're still alive, and we're like, awesome. Our Togekiss is still alive now, and he comes in with an Azumarill, and we're like, oh my goodness, because now we are left with a Golbat and no shields, and we know what Ice Beam does to flying, and even with Poison Fang, and Azumarill is just so tanky. He's a god. Like, he is the god of beefiness. And we're like, okay, now we're gonna take that Ice Beam, and we're like, this is not looking good at all. This is nope, yeah. It almost one-shotted us. It almost one-shotted us. So now we're like, okay, that's fine. We're gonna still going because we don't go down without a fight. And we're gonna be hitting with another Poison Fang. Even we know we lost this match, we are cool with it because we know that we're gonna be going back in for round 2, and we are not accepting defeat. Going now into round 2, we're gonna be starting off with our Muck, and he's gonna be starting off with his Muck, and we're like, okay, interesting matchup. But we have Acid Spray, and we don't know if he has Acid Spray. And this is probably one of the first and only times you'll ever see me use Acid Spray, so make sure you guys clip this. Now, going back into it, he's going to be going in and using his, I think it's a Thunder Punch. Yes, it's going to be a Thunder Punch, and we're like, no problem, we eat these Thunder Punches for days. And we're going to be going in with the Acid Spray, hopefully also Beta Shield as well. And we got the Excellent on the Acid Spray, and we got him. We're like, perfect. Now we're going to be going in, and we bring the Azumarill, and we're like, oh my gosh, that was probably not a good move. But we shouldn't have done that. We still need a lot of practice for Twilight, so just don't mind us. And now we're like, okay, cool. You know what? We can do well here as long as we shield. So now he's going to be coming in with his Thunder Punch. And Thunder Punch is going to be able to do some decent damage, but we don't want our Azumarill to go down. We want to make sure we take out that Muck because we don't think that he has another Poison type user. So there we go. We forced the shield, and now we are both one shield, one shield. So now we're going to try to get to another Ice Beam, and we're like, nope, we're going to get him down with Fast Moves alone, and we're waiting to see what's going to be coming in, and we're like, should we go straight for Play Rough, should we go for Ice Beam, or should we just do a couple Fast Moves? We're like, oh, okay, this is a little bit risky, but you know what, we're like, that's fine, no problem, we're going to go in for Play Rough, without even seeing what it was, and he brings in his Azumarill, and we're like, wow, perfect. Thank goodness we clicked on the Play Rough. And then we were able to do that without getting a shield out of him, so we're like, damn it, we wanted to get that shield off. And we're like, okay, can we switch out? Can we switch out? No, it does not allow us to switch out. So we're like, okay, that's fine, whatever. So now we're going to just shield here because we know we're going to be able to get to another Play Rough, and we're going to switch up out of there with full energy. So remember that. So now we're going to be going back in with our Muck, and we're going to try to get to that Acid Spray, but unfortunately we weren't able to get to it, and he's going to be pulling off a Ice Beam. Ice Beam is going to be able to just completely destroy our Muck. But again, guys, now he has no energy, and we have our Play Rough. We're still trying to get that whole Fairy charge move. But we're like, that's fine, no problem. And we're going to be able to take that Azumarill and make him go to basically almost dead. And we're going to try to finish him off with just Fast Moves. Will we finish him off with just Fast Moves, though? Yes, we will. We finish him off with Fast Moves, and we have a Play Rough ready. And he brings in a Wigglytuff. We're like, wow, okay. Another Fairy user. Like, okay, that's fine. So now we're going to be going in, and we're going to be trying to get to another charge move. Will we get to this charge move? We will not. And we're like, okay, that's fine because we have our Togekiss in the back, and Togekiss is just going to go to work now because we're going to be able to just finish him off with Charm, and he won't even be able to get to that Ice Beam. That is going to be the end of round 2. The matchup is 1-1, and right now we're going to round 3, starting off with our Toxicroak. Toxicroak is going to be going ham on this Azumarill. Now take note, guys, because this is how you sweep a team in the Twilight Cup. We're going to be going in, and we're going to be trying to get to the Sludge Bomb, but he switches out and brings in his Toxicroak, and we go in with the Mud Bomb. Now the Mud Bomb goes in, and he takes the hit, and we still have a whole lot of damage. We are ready no matter what's gonna happen now. We take him down with just fast moves, and now we're like, okay, cool. Now we're going with Sludge Bomb, and he's been bringing in his Wigglytuff. Now we're like, okay, cool. Now we're going straight Sludge Bomb. Does he think it's gonna be a Mud Bomb? Boom! Sludge Bomb is gonna basically one-shot that freaking Wigglytuff, and that's gonna be the end of that Wigglytuff. Toxicroak just went to work, and we're like, cool. Can we get? We were so close. If we were able to get to another Sludge Bomb, that would have been epic. But no, we have our Togekiss now, and we're like, no problem. You got shields, but we got the fast move beatdown. And we're like, you can throw whatever you want at us because we know that we have a Pokemon in the back. So now we're going to be going straight in and just doing those charm damage. That charm damage is just, again, it's just way too strong. But we're double shielding our Togekiss because we just want to do as much fast move damage as we can. So we're going to be going in, try to get to we're trying to get to the charge move, and we're like, will we get to this charge move? Yes, we will. And we're going to be going in with the Ancient Power for just in case of getting a stat buff, right? And now we're like, okay, cool. And he decides not to shield because he knew he had that loss. And that is the end of round 3. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you guys on the next one.